Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 5-0 the final score today. The D-backs took the lead in the fourth and held on until the end. It's an overcast. Into the box, Zachary Wolf. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. A throw behind the runner at second, and he'll get back in standing. First pitch of the at-bat. Skied into straightaway right. Grossman is there, and he makes the catch for the out. With that, let's take a look at the hometown Diamond.
Leading off for San Diego, first baseman number 2, Will Myers.
Ready now, Zachary Wolf. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming, here it is. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Center fielder has a beat on it. 1 away.
Leading out for the Padres.
Now batting, Zachary Wolf.
Now batting, left fielder, Zachary Wolf.
Has a look, now the pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
You know, guys, these hitters have had some great looks at that slider so far, and clearly they're all on the same page. The plan is simple. Lay off that slider and make it.
And he's into second safely with the stolen base. The 1-1. And he takes a good swing at that one as this is sent down the line in right, but ultimately into the crowd, a foul ball. Ready to deliver the 1-2. There's a swing and a drive, and that one's hit pretty well out to left field. That one is gone. Warning track wall, you can touch them all.
Hey, that's one of the toughest parts about standing out there on the bump, giving up a long home run.
Now batting, left fielder, Travis Jankowski.
Stepping into the box, Zachary Wolf. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7.
Yeah, and going back to that last AB when he hit the home run, Matty, that ball was up and out of the zone. This guy's a real good high fastball hitter. So if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking I got to get that ball somewhere below the knees because this guy definitely likes that ball up and elevated.
Two and one.
One strike.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. David Peralta will be next. 3-1. Here it is. A fastball right over the outside corner. Now the payoff pitch home. Now here's the check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burnt. But he just...
He's running. Pitch outside, the throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
That's a swipe of the bag, and this catcher, he throws really well, too, so that's not easy. Good job there by the base runner.
And the runner's breaking for third. Strike taken, the throw. Not nearly in time as he takes third easily.
Oh, this kind of goes against those unwritten rules of baseball. They're leading big, so there's really no reason for them to steal third right there, and I'm not sure that was taken too kindly in the opposing dugout.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
7 runs, 9 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Ground ball right side. Myers comes up with it. And they'll only be able to get the out at first here as the run is in to score from third.
Play ball. 3. Now batting.
8-0 the final today. The Diamondbacks took the lead in the second inning and rode that. Roof is open this season. Zach Greinke will be the one towing the rubber for the Diamondbacks. Dan, please, Zach, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 5 in his last 3 starts, so he's going to have to really improve on that one. Too many base runners, too many hits, and too many walks. He needs to get off to a good start and maybe throw up a 0 in the first inning.
Well, guys, you take a look at this Diamondback squad as they begin play here tonight. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, talk about a team that's scuffling right now. I had a chance to talk to the manager before the game. He's not happy. The players aren't happy.
Yeah, and just a malaise has kind of come over this clubhouse. We had a chance, like you said, to walk through it a little bit. The boys are not jumping around. This is a big game today.
Greinke's ready. Here comes the first pitch. Short, hit hard, And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, Hero, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player. Fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
In the dirt here. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, that's not a real good look when you flail at what ends up being a wild pitch. Doesn't say much about your pitch recognition, but regardless, the runner is able to advance, so we'll see if he can drive him in now.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Now the payoff pitch home. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. And a chance to add to his National League RBI lead if he can deliver right here. He's set and the pitch. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. Yelich at second with 2 down. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. And this will hop over the wall, but the run will score. Digging in now for the Brewers, Eric Thames. And he's the right man for the job with runners in scoring position as he ranks 5th in the National League in RBIs entering play. Hit out towards second. And that's through into center field, base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. It's a nice piece of hitting. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
Coming to the plate now, Manny Pena. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average. No balls and 1 strike. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
All right, let's take a step back right here. He's down 1-2, 3 fastballs in a row. There is no way he's throwing him a 4th.
Takes this the other way to right. Peralta is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Brewers get a run on the RBI double. Home half of the first coming up from Chase Field, and Milwaukee's off to an early 1-0 lead. And that misses ball 1. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. His lifetime numbers against Chacin, batting at an even .400. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Fastball called for strike 2.
Talk about challenging a guy. He offered up 2 in a row right down the chute, and the batter didn't even flinch. Gotta wonder what he was looking for.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Ketel Marte becomes out number 2 this inning. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Goldschmidt, or Goldie just for short. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season. And the right fielder is there to make the catch. Next for Milwaukee, Jonathan Villar. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. First pitch on its way. Drilled on the ground to short. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Next to bat, Orlando Arcia, one of the better hitters in the game this year, currently 7th in the National League batting race. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. So now the Brewers pitcher, Ulysses Chassin. He could be bunting here in order to stay out of the double play. He's set. Here it comes. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
Hey, he got away with that one right there. If he's going to live up there, spinning it up top of the zone, he's going to get hurt.
Now a bunt attempt here. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting.
In now is Lorenzo Cain. He's ready. Here's the first offering. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Peralta is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Brewers strand 1. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Now at the plate, Jake Lamb. And in case you haven't been keeping up the tabs on him, arguably he's been one of the hottest hitters in the league over the last 7 or so games. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he'll get there as the Diamondbacks get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
Now that's the way you answer. They're down 1-0 already, but he laces the double and puts himself into scoring position. That'll get the dugout fired up and excited to punch back.
And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Down the first baseline. And that's a fair ball as it's through into right field. Oh, and he can't reel it in out there. He pulls into second safely as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
Back-to-back doubles now, and that's a great way to get an inning going. The leadoff man shows him how it's done, and he comes right behind him following suit. Lacing a double of his own could be a big inning if this continues.
Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Stepping in, Daniel Descalso. His lifetime numbers against Chassin. He's 1 for 4. 0-1 the count. Now the 0-1. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. Runners are at first and third with none out.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
The next 0-2 is taken. That's ball 1.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Oh, and he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
So here's how the Brewers are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at Travis Shaw. The calling card's the bat. Left-handed power, the ability to manipulate both gaps, but also a very adequate, very underrated defender on both corners, both first and third. Hey, I don't care what league you're in, American, National, if you're playing on Mars. If you get a heater down the middle of the plate as an 8-hole hitter, you better be swinging the bat.
Garcia fields it cleanly. One there, on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. One for the Diamondbacks on the RBI double. We've played 2.
Leading off for the Brewers, the left fielder, number 22.
Here's the first pitch now from Greinke.
Yelich.
No balls and a strike to count. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Not sure what he saw in that pitch, but it sure looked tempting. And at least he held up. He must have been guessing.
Hit hard towards center, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out. Stepping in, Ryan Braun, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. Hit high and deep to right center. After it is Peralta. 1 out. Striding forward now, the Brewers cleanup hitter, Travis Shaw. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch on its way. Pitch outside, the throw. Throw won't get him. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Greinke comes set. Here's the 2-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Greinke over to first, and he's back in standing. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Again, he's off for second. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pollock has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Ready for another chance? Eric Thames. He reached on a single in his first try. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pulled toward right center field. Peralta on the move. He can't make the play as it hops over the wall, and that's a break for the defense as it's going to keep the runner from first from scoring.
Definitely a break right there for the defense with the ground rule double. If that ball stays in play, there's a pretty good chance the runner from first is able to score since he's moving on contact with 2 outs. Instead, he's forced to stay at third, so we'll see if they're able to strand him there.
Ball and a strike.
Hey, there's a ton of reasons I could give to you as to why this guy has been such a good pitcher in his career. But I think this is the biggest one. His ability to work out of nasty jams. 2 guys in scoring position right here. Interested to see how he works out of this.
After it is Peralta. He's got it, and they get out of the jam unscathed. Coming to the plate now, the pitcher for the Diamondbacks, Zach Greinke, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Yelich able to take this one in, and there's your first out.
This guy's not wasting any time, right? Gets a first pitch fastball, and he flies out deep on the first pitch of the inning.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. And that finds the target. 0-2 now. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. The 1-2. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Yes, it will. He's got himself a 1-out single.
Boy, there's another base hit, and this is just kind of like that gift that just keeps on giving, D-Roll. Both teams piling up the hits, and we're just in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, their ears were open on both sides during the pitchers meeting today. Good plan at the plate, a lot of execution from the offensive side on both sides.
And that's in there, base hit. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. Tough slider down low for a strike. Set to deliver the 0-1. Pitch out, nothing doing. The 1-1. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. And the runner will score from second. And a relay to the plate. Tag is there, and he's out trying to score from first as the second run.
The batter, third baseman.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jake Lamb. Runner in scoring position with two gone. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Braun, and it's gone.
This is the first home run of the game, but the bats are definitely alive for both teams tonight. There have been a ton of hits already. These pitchers might want to duck and cover if things continue this way.
Into the box, David Peralta. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Soft liner towards center. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
Not every ball's going to be smoked on the screws. There's a nice soft liner in the center field that lands right before the center fielder.
Here's Yasmani Tomas, and it's fouled away. 3 runs already home here. Hit down the third baseline. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run. Digging in to try it again, Jonathan Villar. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Now the pitch. There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. He takes the turn and heads for second. And the Brewers get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
Man, that's got to sting for the pitcher and his teammates. They just get on the board and are feeling good about themselves, looking for a shutdown inning so that they can get some more runs on the board. But instead, this guy blasts a leadoff double. Getting that shutdown inning is going to be a lot tougher now.
And this one's in the dirt, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. With runners in scoring position this season, Arcia brings in a batting line above the 450 mark. Do not sleep on his at-bats, folks.
These are the stats
in the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Still a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Lifted in the air out to center field. Pollock has a read on it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third.
Now batting, pitcher,
So now the Brewers pitcher, Yolis Chacin. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
Clean slate on the base pass after that sac fly a minute ago, so now's the time to be aggressive with these hitters. Go right after them and try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
Pitch is popped up, and he dives, but he can't make the play. It lands foul. Greinke looks in. Here it is on 0-2. Softly hit out towards short. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Well, maybe he can take one positive from this right here with that huge base hit. I got to be honest, I wasn't even expecting him to go to the on-deck circle. The way he's been throwing the ball, scuffling a little bit, I thought maybe manager would pinch hit for him, but not so. But at least he's got the knock to fall back on.
In now is Lorenzo Cain. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you could say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
Looking at his lifetime numbers, Yelich possesses a slugging percentage above the .450 mark, so he's capable of running into one here. Count now, a ball and a strike. Into the corner and slicing foul. Oh, a double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, but the throw pulls him off the bag, and they'll settle for just the 1.
Well, he definitely rushed himself on that return throw to first there, and he threw it away. They got to force at second, and the runner didn't advance, so it'll just be scored a fielder's choice.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And here's a ball out towards straightaway center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And stepping in and ready for another shot, Daniel Descalso. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2. Grounded back up the middle. Garcia has it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
like catcher number 36, John Ryan Murphy.
Riding in once again, John Ryan Murphy. Tries to dump this one out to left. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, don't let the fact that this guy's on the mound fool you right here. This guy has a nice approach at the plate, knows what he's doing, has history. I'm not surprised he was able to mix in a baseball.
In now, A.J. Pollock. As he tries to go out and get the slider, but it's not there. It's strike 1.
It's really hard to match up this poor performance when you dive into the numbers. This guy's thrown over 80% of his first pitches for strikes, but he's going to need to have to clean his stuff up a little bit better and get the ball down in the strike zone.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. The second for one. Back to first, but a good job to break up the double play as he couldn't make an accurate throw.
The batter number 4.
Digging in and looking for more, Ketel Marte. 2 men on, 2 away here in the fourth. Pitch outside, the throw way late, and he's in there easily at second. The 1-0. There's a changeup that drops below the knees for a ball. Now the 2-0. Hit on the ground to short. Arcia gloves it. On to first, and the Diamondbacks are turned away as the... Digging in once again, Travis Shaw. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, he's digging for second. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double. The baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
Yeah, and you've got to ride these streaks as long as you possibly can, and he's doing that coming in right here. Came into this game on fire with the stick, and he's doing that here.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. Hit out towards second, and that's the first out. Digging in now for the Brewers, Manny Pena. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. Heading out towards shallow right. Peralta is under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And even with 2 away now, that ball just didn't get out there deep enough, so they'll hold him at third base. Ready for another shot now, Jonathan Villar. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Goldschmidt will take this to the... Here's Paul Goldschmidt now as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
Paul Goldschmidt. Your attention, please. Now pitching for Milwaukee.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Number 50.
There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down and away.
Oh, look at the sliding stop. How about that?
Now batting.
Ready to take his hacks again, Jake Lamb, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Behind 0-2 now.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
And he misses there, 1-2. Both teams with an even 10 hits in the ballgame. Breaking ball misses the corner, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Ready once again, David Peralta. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. And, oh, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike, nothing in 1. Pitch on the way. Count remains at 0-2. Here comes another 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So 1-2-3. Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. It was an RBI sac fly for him last time through. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. Drilled to first. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the throw will be too late as he can't recover in time.
The batter, pitcher.
Jesus Aguilar will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Jesus Aguilar.
And no swing apparently. Ball one. Aguilar swings the bat and throws from the right side and stands at 6'3". He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Back goes Pollock at the track, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. In to score is the runner from first. It's now a 4-3 ball game.
Well, when you leave a pitch that high in the zone like that, you have to expect bad things to happen. So instead of a double play ball, he gives up a shot to the outfield, and that brings the runner all the way around from first to score.
Brad Boxberger takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning. Hit in the air out to center field. Pollock has a read on it. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. The relay throw, and he'll get into third here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with one gone. Antonio Bastardo comes on now, and this move looks to be all about playing the matchup here.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any doubt about that, Matt. They want the lefty-lefty matchup, and that's usually the right move, but we'll just have to see how this plays out.
Christian Yelich comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0. Weak chopper up the line. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the second out, but meanwhile the run is in to score. But one's all they get as the run scores. Here's Ryan Braun now. In previous meetings with Bastardo, a handful of plate appearances, and he's gone 4 for 6. 2 of those hits were for home runs. High in the air out to center field. Pollock moves over. And that's the third out. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters due up in the bottom of inning number 6. And we are tied 4-4.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Brewers, number 37.
Ready now for the Diamondbacks. Yasmani Tomas. He was a ground-out victim last time up. 0-1 the count. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. Up next for Arizona, Daniel Descalso. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Now the 0-1. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Digging in, John Ryan Murphy. He singled his last time up. There's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
He's one pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs, I can't tell you what that means to the boys in the dugout.
And Braun will make the catch, and the inning is over. Diamondbacks down. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Andrew Chafin will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Nick Ahmed will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. High in the air out towards shallow right. And the 7th inning starts with a fly out here, 1 away. Now at the plate, Eric Thames. So far 2 for 3 in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. Next for Milwaukee, Manny Pena. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. The 1-0. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Med fields it cleanly. On to first, and this will remain. So stepping in, Nick Ahmed. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Jeremy Jeffress gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7.
Jeremy Jeffress.
From the stretch. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 count and the pitch. Soft liner to the right side, and that's going to be a base hit. So the possible go-ahead run is on here to start the home half of the 7th.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Shot toward right center. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Danny, how frustrating is this right here? First and third. You got problems all over.
Well, you come right out of the dugout, right? You're starting an inning fresh. You're expecting to have a 1-2-3 inning. You look up, and all of a sudden, first and third, nobody out. It's time to make some good pitches.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now the 1-0 misses off the plate.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
On deck, the powerful right-handed bat of Paul Goldschmidt. The 3-1. Swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2.
The offensive approach here is simple. You know the pitcher's going for the K, so set your sights middle of the plate. And then don't worry about the infielders. They're so close, hard contact is a guaranteed win.
Got him to chase out of the zone that time. Ketel Marte is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. And here's indication from the dugout of an intentional pass, and that will load the bases here and set up the force at the plate. Jake Lamb standing in now. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. Second on the team and runs batted in.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Josh Hader will come on to pitch here, and he'll move into the number 5 spot in the lineup now on the double switch. Domingo Santana is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. Here's the 1-0. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Lifted down the line in left. Yelich on the move. And they can't run it down. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Big swing, and this one's launched to right field and deep. Would have been a grand slam. Instead, it's a foul ball. And he will look at a called third strike, and that go-ahead run has to stay right where it is at third with 2 away now. First pitch of the at-bat. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Up high, 2-1 now.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes.
Great job by the pitcher right there to put him in the proverbial rocking chair. Slowed him down, sped him up, slowed him down. Let's see where he's going now.
Braun is there now to put this one away for the 3rd out as they'll strand that potential. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Fernando Salas will come on to pitch here, and he'll move into the number 5 spot in the lineup now on the double switch. Gerard Dyson will also enter as a part of the double switch as he'll hit in the 7th hole in the lineup. Now a changeup misses here to begin the 8th. It's 1-0. Line toward right center. This will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out. Ready now, Orlando Arcia. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Coming in is Pollock. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Right fielder number 16.
Digging in now for the Brewers, Domingo Santana. In his career matchups with Fernando Salas, he's a .333 hitter. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. No balls and a strike to count. Comes set and the 0-1. High and deep to straightaway right. Ranging back is Dyson to the track, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And your go-ahead run is in there at second base as he's got himself a 2-out double.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one-hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
Skied into straightaway right. Dyson's there. He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not come around. Here's Yasmani Tomas. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Left fielder.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Seared down the first baseline. And this is going to get past him at first. That's a fair ball. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
And he'll smartly just ensure that this stays a foul ball.
This has to be a productive at-bat right here. I know you want to drive the run in and get the RBI, but you have to find a way, bare minimum, to move this runner over to third.
Ready for another chance? John Ryan Murphy, and their runners at the corners now. A fastball that finds the outside corner. And the runner's coming home. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. And they put the tag on him for the out, and he must be saying, are you trying to kill me? 0-2, here it comes. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there, that backdoor slider. That's a very difficult pitch to throw, and particularly throw for a strike. Just missed that outside corner right there, but a good pitch and a tough take there by the hitter.
Ready with another 2-2. Fly ball out to right field. Moving under it, Santana makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in to try it again, Nick Ahmed. It's his job to get something into the outfield and give that go-ahead run a chance to score from second. Now the 1-0 finds the zone, strike 1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive and a run. Going to have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
The next 1-2 pitch. And a fastball just a bit up.
When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
There's a swing, and he sends the ball high in the air into left field. Gone! A 2-run shot that gives them the lead.
Oh, and that was really close to a long out. The left fielder had a beat on it, and he gave it a great effort. but he couldn't quite bring it back. Instead, it's a trip around the bases.
Stepping in now, A.J. Pollock.
Number 11.
He swings and misses at a first pitch. Fastball 0-1. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Oh, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Takes this the other way to right. Lands in for a base hit. And he's 3 for 5 in this one.
You think he's not setting the tone for this series right there? Third knock of the night, and we're only in game 1. This could be huge.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. Pollock is off of first with 2 away. And he's struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. But the Diamondbacks pick up a couple courtesy of this 2-run. Steven Souza will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field. Archie Bradley comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th. Here comes the first pitch. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Here's Ryan Braun now. Head-to-head numbers against Archie Bradley. He's 0 for 5. Cut fastball taken for strike 1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Throw gets Braun at first as he grounds out for out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman.
Ready for another shot now, Travis Shaw. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Ripped down the line, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And this ball's in the air to left field, and this should do it. He's got it, and the Diamondbacks have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over. A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. Arizona came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Fernando Salas earns